Today, my friend Bill and I left our camp here in the Oregon desert to drive 100 miles north to Burns, Oregon for more needed supplies. We left about 8:30 a.m. as the crew walked out into the lake bed to begin their work. Bill's son Miles and Bill's friends would stay to continue working on the quarter-of-a-mile size Yantra design being made in the dry lake bed here in Mickey Basin. After driving on the wagon trail for the first 30 miles, we reached the county gravel road and passed by the Man Lake Ranch around 10 a.m. and headed for the hard road and another 60 miles that would take us to Burns. Bill and I had a great time talking about the project and his excitement of seeing it come together. He then surprised me, saying he wanted to take me to Steens Mountain after we left Burns. This is where you could look out over almost all the desert. Driving to Steens Mountain took us about an hour and a half. It was at least 100 miles from Burns to the west. Its overlook was the highest point in the desert, and Bill was pretty sure, because of its height of 9,000 feet, that we may very well be able to see Mickey Basin where our camp was. 50 miles across the desert floor below the mountain peak. The view was breathtaking, with clouds you could almost touch in the blue sky that stretched for what Bill said was 80 or more miles. In an interview I had with Bill, he reflected on his love of this majestic desert area.
I come out to the desert not to get away from the city or from people. I come out because the desert has something which attracts me, something really special, something actually profound in my experience. And I think a couple of words can summarize those qualities of the desert. It's on the one hand space. The space of the desert is extraordinary. It's not like space anywhere else. It's not like space in the countryside. It's not like space even in the mountains. It's extreme horizontal space, which then translates into vertical space. And it's huge. You look, it's nothing to be on a high desert plateau and look 120 miles in every direction. And in that 120 mile, 250 mile diameter, no trees, no obstacles, no obstructions, just fine lines that move your attention out, out, out to the horizon. And from the horizon, beyond, out into that sky. And that sky, then, it takes you even further. And I'm fond of space and this unbounded aspect of space because it's a very wonderful analog for my own experience.
I took still pictures here and some great video footage of Bill that I was sure could be used in his art video. We stayed over an hour before leaving. After a really interesting day of exploring the desert region southwest of the city of Burns, Oregon, we headed back to our camp at Mickey Basin. This area south and southwest of Burns, Oregon was a desolated desert region for sure. There were only a few ranches and no gas stations or stores of any kind for over 80 miles. With darkness closing in, the only light was our car headlights. I was happy Bill was driving us back to our campsite deep in this remote part of the desert. This had been a great day and another unexpected journey for sure.